If you have a lot of ideas but always struggles to either finish it, share it, or bring it to life because the perfectionist in you gets in the way, then sit down because we have a conversation as someone who resonates with it. The never gets old saying, consistency beats perfection. I know you're probably tired of hearing this over and over again because honestly, me too. But we both know that this actually works. So if you also find it difficult, then use this as your guide and use me as a friend to keep you accountable for staying consistent towards your goals. In this episode, I will share how consistency actually beats perfection and what are the ways to put this into practice without it feeling like this tall, impossible wall to accomplish. Hi, and welcome back to Play This One. I'm your host, Denise, and in this podcast, we will be each other's little internet company. If you want a consistent bi weekly check in with an actual friend to do things with while yapping about growth and just life in general, then you came to the right place. Throughout every episodes, we'll also have little side quests to complete along with resources, tips, and wisdom that you can use afterwards. So, if you want to be a part of it, just hit save and subscribe. Today, I will be sharing all this with you while I practice my sketching skills. And this is really important for me when I do my shot list because I'm a very visual person. So, just jotting or writing it down usually doesn't work. But yeah, let's do this. If I were to ask you, which one do you think is harder? Consistency or perfection? Truthfully, I don't know the answer to this or if there even is a right answer. I just know they're both challenging and different in their own way. But consistency challenges you to make progress towards a goal, while perfection challenges you to achieve an unrealistic goal. So one is focused on the journey and the other is on the destination. Now, although they are both hard, you have the power to choose how you struggle. And I know that most of us, even if perfection keeps whispering in our ears, would rather take the consistency road. But it is hard. I find it very difficult myself. So let's make this our first step together. I set a lot of goals this year, but they're mostly for experiences because that is my theme for 2025. Now, when it comes to routines and skills that I did want to practice, I I achieved nothing. And that is not good. I want to fix that. So, here's what I came up with. I made a structure that will hopefully make it easier for us to follow. I'm using the WH questions, and this will compose the important things that you should know to be able to start practicing consistency. If you need it, you can pause the vlogcast so you can jot down or reflect in between each question. Number one, what? What is your goal? Even if it's something big or small like projects, exams, career, healing, self growth, all that, you have to clearly define it. You have to write it down and know what exactly it is that you want to achieve. And I want you to consider this as the finish line. So it is crucial to know what you're running towards. I want to be consistent in bringing my stories to life. And while the writing part is easy, the planning bit gets hard. It's just you have to think about the storyline, the shot list, the locations, the timing, everything. It's too much work, but that's it. That's the goal. What's yours? Number two, why? Why do you want ooh, why do you want this goal? I was listening to Emma Watson's episode on Jay Shetty's podcast called On Purpose. It is really amazing. I definitely recommend it. And they said something about if you want to move three steps forward, you have to go three steps deeper. And that really sticked with me. I believe that all goals have a reason behind it. And if you know and understand why you want to achieve these goals, then you are more likely, way more likely to achieve it. Trust me. So, why did you choose this goal? For me, it's because it's my joy and honor to be able to share my ideas to the world. And I will only regret what I did not do, right? Number three, how? How will this affect you? How will you feel? How do you know that you've done it? This is kind of similar to your why, but this is more about the future, and the why is more about the present and the past. For example, your what and why is I want to be consistent at taking notes in class because I want to ace the tests. Your how is I will feel really proud and accomplished when I get good results. Something like that. Now, if I am consistent with my goal, I will feel happy and proud. What about you? Number four, when? How often or what does consistency look like for you in this goal? I know I said when, but it's related to time, so just let it slip. So this one can look different depending on what your goal is. For example, if your goal is to study after class, well, you don't go to school every Saturday and Sunday, so you skip those days. Or maybe you want to meditate every morning, so you have to do it every day. Perhaps maybe related to fitness, doing strength training 3 times a week. So it varies, it's different. You have to depend it on yourself, but also the goal. And the most important thing is to pace yourself. And the best way to do that is to start small. For my goal, I want to be able to share at least one short film every month. That's all. What about you? And last but not the least is Switch. This is all about the tools that you are going to use, what works and what doesn't. It's all about continuous experimenting, a lot of trials and errors, and learning more as you go. The best advice that I have for this is that consistency hates complexion. So keep it simple, make it ridiculously easy for you to do that you don't have to do any thinking anymore. You just do it. If you have a 10-step routine that is making it hard for you to stick to it every day, make it 5. If reading 20 pages per week feels like too much for you, then turn it into 3 every single day. I found it really hard to switch from one thing to another when I'm doing content, so I divided my days, like Monday for writing and planning, Tuesday for filming, Wednesday rest, Thursday editing, something like that. Now, what are the different ways that you can approach your goal so you can be consistent with it? And that's all the questions. What, why, how, when, and which. Those are the things that you should know to start practicing consistency. And now I am going to tell you how you are going to use them as you do it. What, how, and why are your inspiration slash motivation? Your when and which are your actions. So when you're having a hard time or you feel like already giving up, like nothing's working anymore, go back to your what, how, and why. And trust me, the when and which part is where perfection will kick in the most. See it like planning a year ahead. It feels so accomplishing and fulfilling and nice and pretty. But when you zoom in, it will feel so scary and overwhelming and maybe not as structured as you thought it would be. However, when you do it monthly, weekly, or even daily, it lightens up the goal load because all that you can think of when you look forward is your how. How am I gonna feel? How is this gonna affect my life? How is this gonna make me so happy? And when you look back, It's all gonna be your progress of showing up. People often talk about consistency like it's easy because they have done it before and they have seen results. And trust me, with this, you will absolutely see results. And the moment you start seeing progress in your goals, you will naturally feel so rewarded and accomplished that you will work harder and better. But this time, you will feel happy. You will actually enjoy it while you're doing it. And I think that is the key to consistency, to be able to enjoy the process. Yes, it is very challenging at first. The first few tries, first few months, first few fails. But when you think about it, that's literally life in everything. I know you're already doing something, but this episode's side quest is to list 3 goals for 2026. That's it. But if you want to go 3 steps deeper, then also answer your why, how, when, and which, along with your what. For me, it's learning, physical health, and independence. I wonder what's yours. But if you do want to share it, you can comment down complete along with your 3 goals or through my Instagram account. But whatever it may be, I wish you a goody luck. Now that brings us to the end of this vlogcast, and I will be totally honest with you. I did not do a lot of sketches. I did not realize how hard it is to be talking to a camera while actually doing something, and now I understand why people have A rolls and B rolls. Anyway, I hope this kept you company today with a better approach and understanding of what your definition of consistency is. In the description, you'll find all the blueprints and prompts that I use along with the resources that inspired me to do this topic. I am so happy and grateful that you decided to join me today for this episode of Play This One. If you liked it, be sure to hit save and subscribe so we can hang out again every second and last Thursday of the month. Stay consistently gentle. Cheers.